Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to my RP-0 playthrough using Race into Space, where we're definitely gonna have to rush things a wee little bit. Happily we have a lot of money to spend to rush things. Oh, that's gonna be expensive. Because we know from press sources that Lou Diamond has landed on the moon, I believe 25 days from now. So we're going to have to work it. Lunar landing. On the 185th day of year 2, we are at the 158th day of year 2. So 20 days. We need to build this thing and get it going in 20 days. So we'll get 100,000 bonus funds if we do manage to do it in time. There is one thing I want to do first, though. And I think I never actually researched the 1 kilonewton thruster, which is quite reliable, but hey, you never know. Using hydrazine. Yeah, it does not have much data. So we'll research it. It is set to hydrazine in it. It is. Alright, fine. So that will further drain our funds, but that's okay. Right. Johanna says, "Hey Nathan, finally caught your live stream over here in Norway. Yay. Great, that's awesome. Welcome. Glad you were able to catch it." So we're going to go ahead and rush build this quite a lot, because if we make it in time, we get 100,000 funds as our bonus. So we can afford to rush build this quite a bit. And we need to complete well before 20 days. Ideally, if I want 2 chances at this, it has to complete in 10 days, but that may be ruinously expensive. 247, 320. Yeah, so that just costs 20,000 funds to rush it so it completes in 17 days. Alright, now it's going to complete in 16 days. I think if we fail that, it doesn't... I don't think it makes sense to try to rush this and the next one, because I think we'll end up spending almost 100,000 just for the press kudos. There really should be a reliability penalty to rushing things. But right now there's only a funds penalty. The Firebug can do its thing whenever. I mean, it'd be nice to get the science and get those upgrade points, get enough science that we can unlock more nodes, get more upgrade points. But, yeah. It is what it is. Okay, now I guess we go do our sciencey stuffs. I was able to, through hacking the tech tree creation files, oh, we can mark some of these as debris, I think. No, that's the launch site thing. Oh, it moved down here, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Forgot that. That's odd. That must have been a persistent rotation bug where it got tossed. Whatever. Oh, I marked this as a relay, not as... Oops. Forgot that debris is no longer the last category. Alright. Let's acquire this. Hey, Sound and Fury. Welcome. Okay, we're already getting some science. Now we have, where are our science icons? Okay. What are we lacking? Okay. So let's warp a little. We've already done that one. So it's going between midlands and lowlands. Okay. And telemetry analysis, gravity scan, Geiger counter, temperature scan, because we're over the South Pole. And I guess we have to wait until we're in contact again. How long are we going to be out of contact? Let's see. There's the Earth. That's intriguing. Why are we out of contact at all? Because we're... because of the orientation of the moon. Yeah, because we're at lunar nadir, which means that the signal is trying to go through that. So right about here is when we'll reacquire, I think. Let's see. Man, we don't have... Dang. have signal yet. Still. That's obnoxious. Okay. Now, we have to review, where's review telemetry, transmit. Oh, and you can no longer directly transmit. Oh, that's obnoxious. I'm going to have to transfer the science with ShipManifest, I think. Except I think I may have to take it out of realism mode to do it. Oh, no, it did, okay. That did do it correctly. Review stored data. Why is it not giving me the review stored data option? There we are. Probably because I clicked on the wrong thing. Alright. Now we're bopping along, getting lots of science. Okay, we've transmitted all the things. Now, all that science. Major craters. Okay. This is a useful mod. This is definitely a useful mod. Okay. All the midlands and lowlands that we've already gotten stuff from. Okay, and North Pole. Get all the data from that. Okay. Sound and Fury points out that my use of a certain word can be quite obnoxious. So I will try to lower the extent to which I am obnoxious by using obnoxious. Alright, I think we've gleaned most of... we don't have Farside Basin yet, but we'll have to wait a little bit for that, I think. Yeah, might have to wait like 10 days. Which delta V do we have? $265. Should we go up to 160 by 160? Probably. Specimen Spiff, if you have missed the last episode, if anyone else has missed the last episode, we did put a an actual lunar orbiter in orbit. The last episode, however, was mostly devoted just to building things. We built a lunar lander and we built a film return satellite. In this episode, we're under a lot of time pressure because Lou Diamond has made it to the moon 27 days from when I loaded the save. So we are launching our lunar lander in just a few days now, and we're going to try to beat him. As long as we don't get a failure. Hopefully we don't get a failure. That would be so sad. But that would be life. So whoops, I can do a gravity scan here from lunar seas. See if we get any other options. Looks like no. Now, Farside Basin is over here, so we're going to have to wait approximately 15 days for our path to go over the Farside Basin, and I'm going to have to guesstimate when during our orbit to record all our science using the flight computer because we'll be out of comms range at the time. It's also worth considering raising our orbit and getting gravity scans from high space around the moon for all these biomes. But I think we'll do that after the other thing because I don't want to raise and then lower again. So that's fine. We did, however, get quite a passel of science. Let's see what else we can unlock. Oh yes, we got a lot of science, did we not? Alright, we still can't unlock this normally, but it is queued up, so we'll be okay. It's confusing. Do I actually need advanced construction? I don't think I do. I don't need, well, yeah, that's not going to be useful without pad upgrade. That would let us do asparagus, I guess. And then the rest of the stuff is whatever. SSTU tanks. Second gen capsules gives us nothing because we don't actually have any second gen capsules installed. Electrics would give us some decent solar panels finally. And fuel cells. So we're definitely going to need, we're going to need that to do a lunar flyby, that's for sure. Miniaturization, what does it give me? I don't care about that, and it's not RP-0. The Ranger Block 3 core, that would be nice for interplanetary flights. But we can get by with the regular Ranger because we're not actually going to Probably our first set of interplanetary flights we're not going to try to capture into orbit, which means that we don't need the Block 3 core to do the capture maneuvers, because we're just going to fire at the cheapest transfer, not the cheapest transfer plus insertion. What else is apparently along this level of price? Staged combustion. That would give us this engine. That would give us right, so just those Russian engines. We also get, I have to make clones of the NK33 and 43 in RealEngines as well as Bobcats to get the NK9 and 9V. But their reliability is fairly execrable. And I'm going to want, I think I've sort of decided on this playthrough to save money. To save money in science, I'm going to stick with US engines. Because I'll get enough with boosters and then Hydrolox uppers. I need to beeline other stuff. Could go for the first station. That might be interesting. Wow, that's expensive. Costs 200-something thousand to unlock. More money than I have, that's for sure. Advanced flight control. What does this give me? Well, it gives me actual docking ports, but whose is that? Oh, it's SSTUs. SSTUs RCS. Oh, it's not RP-0. I need to fix that clearly. Oh, I want that RCS block. Or that one. I would get so much use out of these. Loading ramp. Oh, we need to place and price that. Alouette. And that needs to be placed and priced. We could go for basics. Chat. Johanny mentions basic solids, which are indeed cheap. And would give us another upgrade point. And also, like, these are stage combustion is cheap. And if what I actually care about here is upgrade points, probably should do that just for the upgrade point. But I know I'm going to need this, so let's unlock that first. Miniaturization would be nice, but I don't actually need it right now. So let's get 2 upgrade points instead. Oh, I've already unlocked, right, I've already done that. Mature solids will give me the M55. And the Altair 2, oh, and the Waxwing, how nice. And a Star 17. Alright, so that's actually useful, because you can do these things unguided. And that leaves me just enough to get staged combustion. Which I'm not actually going to use probably, but I want the upgrade point more than I want anything else. And I can't do the 100 science things yet. We do need 2nd gen capsules to get short-term habitation. I might install something to let us get those capsules. Right, so now we have a bunch of upgrade points. That's great. Okay. Basic capsules is taking a while. It's sure taking a while. For sure we want general construction before basic solids. Why were these at the end of the list? Oh, did we already have stage? We already had stage combustion, so that did us nothing. That's obnoxious. Right. What else can we? I don't think there was any other node cheap enough. I mean, we could buy this. How desperate are we for upgrades? Are we desperate enough for upgrades for us to just soak science? Probably. Short answer. Probably. How expensive is high-speed flight? 25. Plausibly. Why is that showing up there? Oh, no, that is showing up properly. Okay, so plausibly, I've been an, oh, but it needs basic construction. I've been something of an idiot in that basic capsules. Oh, they're not actually more expensive than high-speed flight. So, yeah, we might want the crew carrier when we launch to a station, actually. So we'll go ahead and do that, and that'll give us another couple upgrade points. We did just basically waste 35 science, but that's okay. We have a lot of science. 0.3 science a day. All right, we're not materially affecting that much. Still 15 days to go on that. Well, we're about to commit to this. Hopefully we've rushed it enough. We desperately need a second build rate, but we need to get above 300,000 so we can upgrade this. So, cross fingers, everybody. We're going to the moon. Oh, son of a gun! I think I was stupid. I think it's actually 7 days, not 15. Because 15 will swing it around fully half. Yes. Well, that might go over the far side basin. We'll see. So let's start it rolling out. It will take almost 2 days to roll out, and maybe a third day to line up with the moon. This is going to be awfully tight. I probably should have rushed it slightly more. Let's see if we get any science here. We did. All right. I believe that's the only other thing we can get from the moon at this point, other than raising this thing's orbit. Which there's no harm in doing now. Okay. want to, where did MJ's, where did these things go? Whatever. Circularize, apoapsis, create. Gonna rotate around for apogee kick. Okay. Our orbital period is 2 hours, so we can go around a few of these orbits. Okay. Okay. What's going on here? Why can't we actually click that? Oh, did we, oh, I bet it's blocking. So ShipManifest, let's transfer. Yep, that's why. Xfer. Review stored data. Transmit. Now we can do that. Okay, that's good enough. Settle down. All right, that's good enough. See if there's any other science we can glean. South Pole. North Pole is probably it. Oh, are we not hitting the North Pole? Intriguing. Inclination is 91 degrees. We should be hitting the North Pole. Alright, well, we seem to have gotten all the science we can from here. So what I should actually do is put that on a highly elliptical orbit. Summertime, so we're going to have to wait probably 16 hours for... Alright. Whatever. We now have a bunch of science, but I think not quite enough science to actually unlock anything of note. Yes, that was correct. I mean, we could unlock that, but there's really no reason to. Yeah, that's our next thing, miniaturization. And then we'll have to start saving up science. Okay, so let's warp to the rollout completing. Come on, connect to the server. Well, whatever. Let's go. So this launch vehicle okay, we want about 140 here. Let's try 150. So we want to be high enough to actually do stuff. Target the moon. Why is this not actually changing? Odd. Huh. It's not actually changing what's visible in RemoteTech. Anyway, launching to plane of target. 7 hours, 53 minutes. Alright, and we're going to commit to this profile, which had better work. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, coming out of warp. Okay, and up we go. Roll program. Pitch program. Hey, Ferrum. You know, we're going to leave that right there, so I'm most likely to see it. 50 degrees pitch, 740. One minute of first stage burn remaining. Thirty seconds remaining on the first stage. Seconds. Nominal stage 1 cutoff, separation and ullage. Second stage ignition. Good ignition. We aim too high, but we have plenty of delta V. So we're going to fall past apogee on this ascent, but that was kind of expected. We can ditch our fairings now. Oh, son of a gun. Well, we lost the race. That's tragic. That's really quite remarkably tragic. Yeah. That's really bad. So, what can we do with this thing? Do we even have enough delta V to insert into... I guess we can just shake out the... I guess we can shake this thing out in low Earth orbit and see how it behaves. Blue Diamond strikes again. I really needed those 100,000 funds. But it is what it is. I believe that is the first LR-105 failure we have ever had. And of course it happens during the utmost criticality. Oh boy. And we spent like, what was it, $25 million on rush building this thing. Grumble, 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 grumble. Well, we will eventually get the payout for the lunar landing, which will be significant. And we can still hope for doing basic capsules in time. But we'll see. So Piano Josh, this, on the one hand, like, sure, this is a lesson about gambling, but it's also, like, there was literally not much else that I could have done. Because we needed to at least try this. We had decent odds. If we hadn't tried this, we could have gotten 2 upgrade points for that rush building money, and that would not have actually made very much of a difference, really. So I think we want to cut off right about here. And then spin up. And then deactivate this engine. And go to max thrust. And do this. Which should hopefully lead to insertion. Piano Josh, ha! Okay, well that explains, yes. Yes, Piano Josh has relayed a story about how his father convinced his little brother to use a quarter he had just found in a slot machine. Ended up winning $1.25. So yes, this lesson that ended in failure is a better lesson about gambling than that one. That's fair. Probably pitched up a bit too much. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. How long until apogee? Not that long. Alright. Let's despin. That is acceptable. Oh, oops, we apparently are out of contact, which is why I couldn't toggle SAS. Relative inclination 0.6. Well, that's actually good enough for, yes. Chad is saying, what's next? Do I aim for Mars or Venus? Yes, I do. Venus, set target. Let's look at the plotter. Transfer to another, advanced transfer to another planet is what we want. Pork chop selection. Alright, departure in 206 days. Transit 3.6 kilometers per second. That's nice. We definitely want to do that. Raw time. Don't attach to the vessel. Venus, 3627. And it's in 206 days, 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 40 seconds. Now let's try Mars. Plot says, oh, it's almost 2 years from now, but we still need to know about it. That's still cheap enough. Mars 3591. And it's in 1 year, 310, 543. All right. So now that this failed, but our design was sound, we're going to retask Ferrum says it looks like Jupiter is in a good position. But I find it unlikely without hydrolocks we have the delta V to do it. But let's find out. Advanced transfer to another planet. 6.46 kilometers per second. In 26 days. Man, Ferrum, you know your stuff. This surprises no one that you know your stuff. But there's really little, tragically, there's really little way we can do that without without hydrolocks. Yeah, that's not going to happen without well, I mean, we could do 2 stages and use a really hefty booster, but the real problem is we don't have dishes, and we're not going to have dishes for a while that can handle that. Oh, I forgot I had, well, I'm not going to revert. So, will this tell me tech? Yes. Improved instrumentation is definitely coming here. Once again, we will miss on basic construction. Unless we... Alright, I think I have to fly the... So I'm probably going to have to rush build a bunch of stuff because I just don't have enough build rate, and we missed our opportunity to let's put this into warp so the avionics go down to 1 watt or half a watt or whatever it is, 1.5 watts. I don't know. That's what I like to hear. Except, wait, okay, that's either a RemoteTech or that's a something issue, because I should not be able to do that when out of contact. That's an X-Science RemoteTech interactivity issue, that it's allowing us to do that when out of contact. Shouldn't have allowed it. Let's reorient so that we actually get electricity from the solar panel and transmit that. So at least we got some science from this mission. That's cool. All right, we're going to flip end for end so that our solar panel gets a whole lot of juice. That's pretty good. All right. So back to pondering. Venus in 206 days. We desperately need more science. We desperately need more fast research times. Well, we can take the advance money for the Venus contract and do it that way. It's 1.5 science a year. So if we need to crunch that down so there's at least 30 days before launch, that's 132 plus 46. That's 178. So, and we're at 0.3 science a year, I think. 0.3 science a day, sorry, is 109 science a year. So we need to free up 30 days. Feel like we need 50 science a year, which is going to be about 30 upgrade points. So that is also $300,000, right? $300 million. So, fair. Yes, I obviously desperately need everything. Welcome to a space program in like 1952, where we're already trying to land on the moon and visit the other planets. Like, yeah, how it works. Alright, so we're going to leave our happy little probe alone for now. And we're going to examine yeah, 0.301 science a day. Right, how much do these give me up front? Only 30 each. How long do I have? 2 years precisely. I can't accept the Mars one yet, because that transfer to Mars might take longer than the contract allows, because it's already a year and however, whatever CAC said, like a year and a half. Venus, yes, Venus is simple enough to land on if we have lunar rated heat shields, which we don't. Oh, that does not require a new vessel. Pretty sure we can complete that with what we have. Oh, and I forgot to take Sounding Rocket High and Medium to grind a little more out. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to check. This at least gives me 56,000 funds, so we do need to do that soon. So our Selene 5 design looks like it will work fine. So Selene 6. I should be like the Soviets and not actually name the thing until it's actually like on the way and successful. Well, there goes another 10,000 funds. Now, what is this thing's range? Effective range 37 gigameters. That's not going to be enough to get to Venus unless we're going to be at a It was a short trip to Venus, so we might actually be at conjunction for this. Sound and Fury suggests I just pick a Cosmos number. Right. Well, we need the money. 70 days. Well, I know that Blue Diamond is going for basic capsules next, so it's not implausible that I could just switch to going to improved instrumentation next and do the interplanetary stuff first. And once again, pass on that. Oh, but you get next to no money for it, so who cares? I don't care about that first anymore. You'd have to do 3 first flybys just to make up what you'd get from the first lunar landing, let alone basic capsules. So that's not. Alright, so we'll continue to rush basic capsules. This will not really complete before that window opens. Will it? Oh, it's 206 days. Why was I thinking it was 180 days? 133 plus 46. 206 days. So we will have 27 days to... No, so we'll have 24 days to build and launch our Venus probe, which is fine because we're actually not tossing something very heavy. So that's fine. So we might just make it. Especially if we start spending some science upgrades right now, because we really only need about 100,000 funds to unlock. Actually, less than that now. I think only about 70,000 funds to unlock Mercury. Well, the Mark 1 pod. You know what I mean. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and spend some money. I'm going to leave that cushion. Alright, 39 days for basic capsules. And I'm going to rush build this a little bit because I want the money. Actually, yeah, I'm rush building this a fair amount because we need that thing ready to go by the time basic capsules unlocks. And poor Firebug will have to just sit there in suspense. Alright. Well, let's hope I'm not going to once again lose the first to Blue Diamond. We'll see. We'll go back to our probe and try to get any remaining bits of science we can. Oh, that's right. We're also gonna get first solar powered satellite, which we can get with this if we just raise our apogee and perigee a little bit. Unless it was lying about new vessel. Nope, was not lying about new vessel. Ha! Nice. So we'll get a little money from that. That's cool. Let's warp until we get some science, or at least get some coverage. Alright. Prograde. Oh, oops, we're out of coverage, so I shouldn't actually be using RCS. And we blew past periapsis. Alright, we'll let MechJeb deal with it. Why is it having trouble aligning? Anyway. Yes, so this is... I just realized this is the second time that a launched failure in our booster cost us a first versus Lou Diamond against the moon. Eerily similar to when I lost first impact and first orbit. At least that contract completed, so we'll get some money. Enough for one more upgrade point. Alright. So we'll spin over to here so we can get some good solar incoming. Alright. And that, I think, should conclude the festivities for today, because they've been going on for a while. So, yeah. So much for that. Beats me to capsules, too. I'll be very upset. But we'll see. Wait a minute. That day is earlier than... Okay, well... Yeah, I could have just rushed the first one a little more and rushed a second backup and still maybe, just maybe, beat it. But then I would have gotten almost none of the funds from the reward, in which case it wouldn't have made any sense to do it. It would have just cost me. And it wouldn't have actually taken anything away from Lou Diamond because he didn't get any funds either because he was already the leader. So, yeah, we'll see if we can manage to do capsules first. We'll get one more upgrade. Yeah. Alright, and now we will have plenty of time to build our launch vehicle. So that's coming in 36 days. Yeah, well, hope this strategy works. We'll see. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode despite its ruinous failure. And I hope to see you again soon. Wish everybody luck, because everybody's doing awesome. however much I gripe, I'm greatly enjoying this. I think everybody else is doing a wonderful job. The competition is awesome. Sound and Fury made a great mod, and it definitely adds some tension and some actually having what you do has to matter. Yeah. See you next time. Bye bye.